Tired of feeling like a pawn in the gas car versus electric car debate? Well, buckle up and get ready to charge ahead as we expose the shocking truth behind these silent speedsters. We're about to unleash a spark of knowledge that will leave you electrified and questioning everything you thought you knew about cars. So, gear up for the ride of your life and let's dive deep into the electrifying world of gas cars versus electric vehicles. Welcome, automotive adventurers and eco-warriors alike, to a video that will revolutionize your understanding of transportation. Today, in Car Computer Exchange, we're revving up the engine of enlightenment and embarking on a quest to untangle the electrifying mysteries of electric cars. Strap in as we navigate the electrified currents of technology, sustainability, and good old-fashioned practicality. Get ready to charge your minds and buckle up for a mind-blowing ride through the captivating world of gas cars versus electric vehicles. It's time to ignite the sparks of knowledge and accelerate towards a brighter, greener future. Picture this. It's the 1800s, and the world is buzzing with excitement over the invention of electric-powered cars. These early pioneers were like the rock stars of their time, struttering around with their battery-powered swagger. In 1828, we had Milos Jedlik, a Hungarian engineer who created the first electric motor and used it to power a tiny model car. Then, there was Thomas Davenport, the blacksmith extraordinaire who crafted a similar device that could be driven short distances on an electric track. Talk about thinking outside the horseshoe. But don't forget about Sybrandes Strading, the Dutch professor who created a tiny electric car with non-rechargeable batteries. Sure, it wasn't as glamorous as cruising around in a full-sized sedan. But hey, you've got to start somewhere, right? Now, here's where things get interesting. Despite the potential of battery-powered vehicles to revolutionize the way we travel, there was a major roadblock standing in their way: primary cell batteries. These use once and toss batteries just didn't have the stamina to keep those motors running for long distances at decent speeds. Imagine needing a suitcase full of batteries just to go down the street to grab your morning coffee. It was like playing a never-ending game of battery swap with your car. But fear not, because in 1859, along came a French physicist named Gaston Plante, who swooped in like a superhero to save the day. He invented the lead-acid battery, and suddenly, the electric car game changed forever. It was like switching from a horse-drawn carriage to a turbocharged sports car. Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the idea. Fast forward to late 19th century, and electric cars were gaining traction faster than a cheetah on roller skates. They had it all. No vibrations, no noxious gasoline smell, and best of all, no strenuous effort required to start them. They were the Apple iPhones of their time, sleek and cutting edge. In fact, by the early 1900s, nearly a third of cars in the United States were electric-powered. Electric taxis ruled the streets of London, zipping around quietly and leaving their gas-guzzling counterparts choking on their exhaust fumes. It seemed like the future was bright for electric vehicles, like they were destined to be the kings of the road. But alas, the tides turned, and gas-powered vehicles took the wheel. Infrastructure in the US improved, and people needed to travel longer distances more efficiently. Electric cars, with their top speeds of 15 to 20 miles per hour, couldn't keep up with the need for speed. It was like racing a tortoise against a hare, except the tortoise had a flat tire and a low battery. To make matters worse, early electric cars had a limited range, often requiring a charge every 30 to 40 miles. Talk about range anxiety before it was even a thing. And then, like a plot twist in a movie, the electric starter was invented, making gas-powered vehicles a lot more tolerable with their quieter engines. Suddenly, the roar of a car's engine wasn't a sign of status, but rather a harsh reminder that electric cars were losing their spark. The final blow came in 1910 when Henry Ford stepped onto the scene with his mass production of gas-powered vehicles. Gas cars became ridiculously cheap, with electric cars remained on the pricey side. It was like being invited to a lavish party but forgetting your wallet at home. companies realized there was no room for electric automobiles in the market, and they slowly faded away like a forgotten relic of the past. And so the electric cars of yore were left to gather dust in the annals of automotive history. Gas-powered vehicles became the stars of the show, zooming past electrical cars with their roaring engines and long-range capabilities. It was a classic case of David versus Goliath, and Goliath came out on top, leaving poor David to wonder what went wrong. But hold on a minute. Fast forward to the present day, and electric cars are making a comeback that would make any underdog proud. They've shaken off the dust of obscurity and emerged as the eco-friendly, futuristic darlings of the automotive world. It's like witnessing a phoenix rise from the ashes, but with way fewer flames and a lot more batteries. So what changed? Well, a lot actually. Technology has advanced by leaps and bounds, turning electric cars into formidable contenders. With the development of lithium-ion batteries, these modern-day electric wonders can now travel longer distances on a single charge. No more worrying about running out of juice halfway to your destination. It's like having a personal energy bar that keeps you going for miles and miles. But it's not just the improved range that's electrifying the market. Electric cars have become sleek, stylish, and packed with advanced features. They're like the James Bonds of the automotive world, with cutting-edge gadgets and a license to thrill. From touchscreen infotainment systems to regenerative braking, they're a tech lover's dream come true. And let's not forget the environmental impact. Electric cars are like the superheroes fighting climate change, reducing carbon emissions, and helping to preserve the planet. They are the Clark Kents of the road, silently cruising past gas stations without leaving a trace of pollution in their wake. It's like a breath of fresh air, quite literally. But wait, you might be thinking, what about the cost? Are electric cars still the pricey outliers they once were? Well, not necessarily. As technology advances and economies of scale kick in, the prices of electric cars are becoming more competitive. There are even government incentives and tax credits to sweeten the deal. It's like finding a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, except this pot of gold is eco-friendly and comes with an electric charger. So ladies and gentlemen, the battle between gas-powered vehicles and electric cars is far from over. It's a clash of old versus new, tradition versus innovation. But one thing's for sure, electric cars have come a long way since their humble beginnings. They've reinvented themselves, learning from their past, and are now ready to take on the world. It's like witnessing a phoenix with a sleek new coat of feathers, soaring high and leaving gas cars in its wake. Alright, fellow car enthusiasts, it's time for a pit stop in our electrifying journey. But before we continue, let's have a quick check-in. Are you feeling charged up about the resurgence of electric cars? Or are you still holding on to your gas-guzzling heart? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation revving. Let's charge ahead and kick things off with a shocking revelation: the distinction between direct current, or DC, and alternating current, AC. Picture DC as the steady flow of electrons, like a reliable river streaming in one direction. On the other hand, AC is like an electrifying dance, with electrons jiving back and forth, creating waves of power. It's the AC that Nikola Tesla, the genius of electrical engineering, gifted us, paving the way for the wonders we're about to uncover. Now, let's zoom in on electric current and its mesmerizing movement. Think of it as the bustling traffic of tiny electrons carrying the charge. Engines can be powered by the steady flow of DC, but when it comes to powering our electric cars, we need a little more pizzazz. That's where the inverter steps in, with its magical ability to convert the DC electricity stored in the battery to the exhilarating AC power that brings our electric motors to life. Speaking of motors, let's shine a light on the unsung hero in the back of the electric car: the induction motor. This marvel of engineering takes the converted AC power from the inverter and works its magic by creating a rotating magnetic field. It's like a choreographed ballet of electromagnetic forces that turns electrical energy into the mechanical energy needed to propel the car forward. No gears or levers required. It's all automatic, sleek, and oh so smooth. But how do these electric wonders get their juice? Charging an electric car is as simple as plugging in your phone, but with a bit more power involved. We have 3 levels of charging to keep our electric companions on the move. The basic level charging, which you can do at home, adds a modest 2 to 5 miles of range per hour. Step it up a notch to Electric Vehicle Supply Equipment or EVSE, and you can add another 10 to 25 miles per hour of charging. And for the speed demons among us, the direct current charging stations can juice up to 80% of the battery in less than half an hour. Now that's a pit stop worth taking. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: cost considerations. We all know that electric cars come with a higher initial price tag than their gas-guzzling counterparts. But don't let that spark doubt in your mind. While you may pay more upfront, the long-term savings in operating and maintenance costs can be electrifying. According to recent studies, the average operating cost of an electric car is significantly lower than a fossil fuel vehicle. Sure, the battery packs may be a pricey affair, but with warranties covering them up to 8 years and 100,000 miles, you can drive with peace of mind. As we peer into the future, the road ahead looks promising for electric cars. With the growing global interest and a mounting concern for the environment, electric-powered vehicles are driving towards a greener, cleaner future. In fact, some experts predict that by 2025, Europe will see an electrified revolution, with all cars being fully electric or at least hybrid. The world is embracing emission reduction goals, and individuals like you are showing increasing interest in adopting electric cars, fueling a brighter and more sustainable tomorrow. Now that you've unlocked the secrets behind the science of electric cars, it's time to take the wheel and make an informed choice for your next ride. Don't let the electrifying buzz wear off just yet. For even more electrifying content and a front row seat to the latest updates in the automotive world, join our community of car enthusiasts, where knowledge meets wit and innovation drives the conversation. Stay charged up and ready for the future by subscribing to Car Computer Exchange today.